in the DTPS project of CGU, and we are here back again with our second video. And in this video we're going to talk more about cybercrime and cyberbullying, ideation, brainstorming, solution and many more. So without any further delay, let's start the video. Let's first discuss about types of cybercrimes. Although there are many types of crimes, but let's discuss the most commonly practiced crimes. First, financial fraud crimes. Financial fraud crime or computer fraud is any dishonest misrepresentation of fact intended to lead another to do or refrain from doing something which causes loss. In this context, the fraud will result in obtaining a benefit by: number first, altering in an unauthorized way. This requires little technical expertise and is common form of theft by employees, in which altering the data before entry or entering false data. Altering, destroying, suppressing or stealing output, usually to conceal unauthorized transactions. This is difficult to detect. Altering or deleting stored data. Other forms of fraud may be facilitated using computer system, including bank fraud, carding, identity theft, extortion, and theft of classified information. These types of crimes often result in loss of private information or monetary information. Third, cyber sex trafficking. Cyber sex trafficking is the transportation of victims and then live streaming of coerced sexual acts and or rape on webcam. Victims are abducted, threatened or deceived and transferred to cyber sex dens. The dens can be in any location where the cyber sex traffickers have a computer, tablet, phone with internet connection. Preparators use social media networks, video conferences, dating pages, online chats, rooms, apps, dark websites and other platforms. They use online payment system and cryptocurrencies to hide their identities. A common example and a very known example of this trafficking is 2018 to 2020 Ethereum case in South Korea. Now my friend Ankit will explain you more types of crimes. So let's listen from him.
Types of cybercrimes. There are three basic crimes in cyber world: phishing attack, cyber warfare, and drug trafficking. What is phishing attack? Phishing is a type of social engineering attack often used to steal user data, including login credentials and credit card numbers. It occurs when an attacker, masquerading as a trusted entity, dupes a victim into opening an email, instant message, or text message. The recipient is then tricked into clicking a malicious link, which can lead to the installation of malware, the freezing of the system as a part of ransomware attack, or the revealing of sensitive information. An attacker can have devastating results. For individuals, this include unauthorized purchase, the stealing of funds, or identity. Cyber warfare. The US Department of Defense notes that the cyberspace has emerged on national level concern through several recent events of geostrategic significance. Drug trafficking. Darknet markets are used to buy and sell recreational drugs online. So drug traffickers use encrypted messaging tools to communicate with drug mules. The dark website Silk Road was a major online marketplace for drugs before it was shut down by law enforcement. After Silk Road 2.0 went down, Silk Road 3 Reloaded emerged. However, it was just an older marketplace named Diabolus Market. They used the name of previous exposure from the brand's previous success. Law enforcement school. The safety of online privacy issue in school is increasingly become a focus of state legislative action. There was increase in cyberbullying enacted legislation between 2006 and 2010. In 2007, YouTube introduced the first anti-bullying channel for youth, BitBully, using the assistance of celebrities to tackle the problem. Law enforcement. A majority of states have laws that explicitly include electronic form of communication within stalking or harassment law. Most law enforcement agencies have cybercrime units, and internet stalking is often treated with more seriousness than reports of physical stalking. Help and resources can be researched by state or area. One single vulnerability is all an attacker needs.
Cyberbullying can be as simple as continuing to send emails or text messages harassing someone who has said they want no further contact with the sender. It may also include public actions such as repeated threats, sexual remarks, pejorative labels, or defamatory false accusation ganging upon the victim by making the person the subject of ridicule and online forum hacking into or vandalizing site about a person and posting false statements and facts aimed at discrediting, humiliating, and targeting a person. The recent rise of a smartphone and mobile application have yielded a more accessible form of cyberbullying. It is expected that cyberbullying via this platform will occur more often than through the other stationary internet platforms because of constant access of this the internet in adding the combination of cameras and internet access and the instant availability of this modern smartphone technologies yielded a specific type of cyberbullying and not found in other platforms. It is likely to that those cyberbullying via mobile devices will experience a wider range of cyberbullying method than those who are exclusively bullied elsewhere. Some teen argues that some events categorized as cyberbullying are simply drama. Cyberbullies may disclose victim personal data or website or forum called doxing or may use impersonating, creating fake accounts or posting as their target for the purpose of publishing material in their name and defame, discredits or ridicule them.
Causes of cyberbullying. The causes of cyberbullying lies in the motivation of the bully. Why do they choose to bully and what makes them this much confident? It all starts when one person decides to cross the limit of humiliates the other one. So what are the motivating factors of cyberbullying? A lack of empathy. Where technology has opened space, it has also given the authority of stating any opinion, criticizing anyone while sitting at home. It is very easy to distance yourself from the intense situation over the internet by just shutting it down. That's why people who don't know realize the level of pain that they have might cause to other person are ones who become bullied. This makes them feel powerful. As the research published by the American Academy of Pediatrics in 2017 reported that the students in grade 3 to 5 who own cell phones and significantly more likely to report being victim of cyberbullying. However, children who are not greatest risks of being bullied, either online or in person, are the children who are perceived as the being different from as their friends in some way. Girls are just likely as boys to experience bullying both as victims. Children who are at the greatest risk may fit into one or more of these descriptors like overweight, underweight, less popular than others, don't get along well with others, are seen as annoying by their friends, are seen depressed, have low esteem.
Now let's know some solution about this problem. First of all, know that it's not your fault. What people call bullying is sometimes an argument between two people. But if someone is repeatedly cruel to you, that's bullying. And you must not blame yourself. No one deserves to be treated cruelly. Don't respond or retaliate. Sometimes a reaction is exactly what aggressors are looking for because they think it gives them power over you and you don't want to empower a bully. Save the evidence. The only good news about online bullying or on phone is that it can usually be captured, saved and showed to someone who can help. You can save the evidence in case things escalate. Reach out for help. Especially if the behavior is really getting to you, you deserve backup. See if there is someone who can listen, help you process what's going on and work through it. A friend, relative or maybe an adult you trust. Use available tech tools. Most social media apps and services allows you to block the person whether the harassment is in app, texting, comments or tagged photo. Do yourself a favor and block the person. Follow your child on social media. To some people, it may feel like challenging the online privacy of their child, but at least a guardian or a cousin or a near relative or responsible adult should follow the child on social media so that if there is any such case found where the child is. Install monitoring software. Now, this would be considered extreme privacy violation, but it has beautiful result. This could be used in case of minor child and it would also prevent a child from adult content online. Parents guardian may check their interaction log monthly or quarterly. Awareness. Children should be aware of the fact that sharing a selfie or video may not liked by others may result in cyberbullying.
So, that's all for today's video, and I hope you guys might have got some more ideas about this problem and its solutions, right? And also I want to thank you all for your time and watching our video, and a very special thanks to our team members. We'll be back with the third video in which we'll be telling more solutions about these problems. Till then, stay tuned and don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you.